I'm sitting on top of a moving car just to get this shot. Oh my God. I'm gonna show you 10 cinematic car shots, and most of them work even if you only have a phone. Because it's not about having the best camera, it's simply where you put it. Starting with the easiest one first and saving the hardest one for last. The first shot we're gonna be talking about is a door close transition. I kind of just made up the name. I did see this shot from the movie Crime 101, and when I saw it, I thought I have to recreate this shot. I genuinely was super impressed. We are gonna need a suction mount for this, but don't worry, I'll go over everything that I'm using before we start shot number 2. What you need to do is put your suction mount towards the corner of the driver's side window, and after you've done that, just make sure your camera is on your suction mount. Close the door, and then you just wanna make sure that you level the camera, and also make sure that you're in the middle of the frame, and to also get all of your settings to your liking. So this essentially is gonna be our final shot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open the door like this, all the way, and now we are gonna be walking backwards, okay? So now we're gonna wanna walk up, close the door, just like that. See, that's the final shot. Shot number 1, done. This is everything I'm gonna be using today. So I have my tripod here. I have my Sony A7 IV with a 20mm, which I'm shooting with right now. I have this suction mount that we're gonna be using 90% of the time to get all of these shots. And I also have this Osmo Pocket 3 that we're gonna be using for a couple of the shots. And if you wanna get any of these, I'm gonna link everything down below. And if you use my links, I'd really appreciate it. Now, if you only have a phone, you can still shoot almost all of these same shots. You just need 2 things, a suction mount and a phone holder. The suction mount sticks to the car, and the phone holder lets you attach your phone to the mount. So instead of mounting a camera, you're basically just mounting your phone in the same exact spot. Shot number 2 is the windshield shot. Now, most of the time, people actually put it on their hood right here, but because our car has tints in the front, I thought, why not put it on the windshield itself? And I feel like this gives it more of a unique look. Let's go ahead and put it in the very bottom corner of our windshield. So again, just make sure that this is at the bottom left of your windshield. Next thing you need to do is just go ahead and level the camera. Now, when you're filming, make sure you use a singular focus to make sure you're always focused. You can do manual, but I'm just not a fan of it, so I'd rather use the singular autofocus, and I find that it does a pretty good job. Okay. Once that's all set up, just get in the car and just start driving. Now, one of the best ways you can make this look more cinematic is when you're driving underneath trees. The reflection just makes it so much more cinematic. Shot number 3 is called the mirror shot. Now we're gonna be using the mirror as the main subject. So what you're gonna wanna do is put the suction mount on the back window of your car, and you're gonna wanna point it towards your mirror, again with a singular point focus. Then what you're gonna do is make sure that the side mirror is pointed at you so the camera can see you when you drive. One of the best ways that you can make sure that it is pointed at you is that when you look at your side mirror, you should see the camera right in the center. I feel like this is such a simple shot, and I feel like I don't really see people using this, and it just makes your shot super unique and cinematic. Shot number 4 is a side car shot, and we're actually gonna be using the Osmo for this one specifically. So I'm gonna be putting the suction mount on the lowest part of this car. I do have an SUV, so it won't really be as low as if you were driving a sedan. Now, what I'm gonna do to make this shot work well and to have good composition, I'm gonna use the yellow line to be right in the center, and on the right side of the car is gonna be my wheel. And this is what the shot looks like. It's super clean, super easy to set up, and I feel like it's just a great add-on to your clips. You can also do this on each side, and you can even face it backwards like these two as well. Okay, so shot number 5 is called the steering wheel framing shot. For this one, we're gonna be using our DJI Osmo Pocket 3, just because it can get in here way better than my Sony A7 IV. I'm gonna use my Osmo for this one, but I feel like your phone might even do a better job because you can put it in 0.5. Now, what I'm gonna do with the Osmo is tilt the camera up and lay it down so it's in front of the speedometer, and just make sure that your face is in the middle of the top part of the steering wheel. This is a great way to convey emotion if you want to make it a bit more personal. Shot number 6, this is called the passenger seat interior shot. So for this one, you need your camera and some sort of an object to elevate your lens. So that way the angle is pointing up towards you, kind of like this. Because if you don't have something like this, it's just way too low and obviously it's not gonna get you. I'm using this one, which is the cover for the Pocket 3. But again, you can use any kind of objects. And because the camera is lower than normal, it already feels a lot more cinematic. And most people actually film this a little bit higher and they just put the suction mount on the passenger window. But when you bring the camera a little bit lower and put it on the seat, the whole frame just changes. You can see more of the car, you get more depth, and the person just feels a lot more dominant since the camera is looking up at the person. Shot number 7 is called the backseat driver shot. So what you're gonna wanna do first is put this passenger seat down just like so, and you're gonna grab your suction mount and your camera. Suction mount, we're gonna put to the back seat of the window right here. And then all you wanna do is point the camera towards the driver. Now to make it a little bit more cinematic, we are gonna frame ourselves on the left side of the frame. This way, this will give the viewer more of the window. This shot is super easy to set up and it just looks so cinematic. Shot number 8 is called the lean out window shot. For this one, you are gonna need another person with you to be driving so you can actually be in the back passenger seat. Then what you're gonna wanna do is set the suction mount on the front window, either on the driver's side or the back passenger side, and point it towards you. And just also make sure that you are using singular focus and point it towards where you're gonna be. And just as a disclaimer, the only reason why I'm even talking about these next 2 shots is because I am in Guatemala and they don't really care about the road rules. And so you can kind of do whatever it is that you want. So if you are in a first world country like Canada or the USA, just make sure that you do this in like a private road or something like that. So you've been warned and I do not want you getting in any trouble. Shot number 9 is called the rear road shot. Now I actually just thought about this just last night when I was trying to come up with the different type of shots that I should be using. And this is gonna require your suction mount and your camera, and we are gonna be putting it in the back window of the passenger seat right behind the driver's side. So what you wanna do is put this on the back passenger window. And this shot is actually only gonna work if you have an SUV where the back seats can go down, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. And then put the back seats down so that way we can get more of ourselves when we are in the back. And our goal is to get the open trunk door right in the center of our frame. And then we are gonna wanna sit on the opposite side of where the camera is in the trunk of the SUV. And then just tell your driver to drive and just pose and get these shots right here. You can even look back and do different poses. This one is just such a unique way to get car shots, and I feel like I've never even seen this anywhere. Finally, on the 10th shot, which is the one that you've been waiting for, is called the Snorri Cam roof shot. For this shot, you're gonna need a tripod and your camera, and that's it. What you wanna do is grab the tripod and you wanna make sure to extend all 3 legs out. One end is gonna be shorter than the other 2. Now the next step is to put the 2 longer sides of the tripod underneath your armpit, and then put the shorter side on your waist area, right underneath your belly button. And if you have someone with you, it's really gonna come in handy because they can actually help you out with the framing. And if you're using your phone, this shot still works. You just need a phone holder that attaches to your tripod. So instead of attaching a camera, you'd clamp your phone into the holder and just make sure that you level it properly and that you're in the center of the shot, not like how I did it here, and then do the same exact setup. So now that I'm happy with how this looks, let's get on the roof. So now that you have that all figured out, what's next is to give your camera set up to whoever it is you're with, get on top of the car and get the camera back. You then just want to set it up exactly how you had it on the floor since you're sitting on the car, and just tell your friend to drive, and this is the shot that you get. Go faster. Okay. Oh my God. Pull over. Yo. That was insane. Oh my God. And that's it for this video. I hope this sparked some creativity in you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. So the reason why I am sweating is because it's 36 degrees, but feels like 35 degrees, okay? So don't mind me sweating. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.